What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Ramsays Pregame Show. I'm your host, Danny Marang, joined as always by Brandon Sprague. Brandon, it's going to be a rough night, sir. It's going to be a rough night.
It is. I got a couple bones to pick with you, my man.
Before we get to some bones, let's get to the bones that won't be out on the floor. Portland has downgraded C.J. McCollum to doubtful. Nassir Little, Anfernee Simons, and Damian Lillard are all out. Shout out the homie who decided to send me video pregame of Ant and Nas out on the floor warming up and looking, I'm not going to say just fine, but looking better than expected.
Okay.
Just going to say. We're I think this, you know what? I'm going to use this to tee you up, Brandon. Eric Marantetti says, you guys see the ticket price tonight? Lower bowl mid-court going for $50 each, courtside under the hoop, 120, 200 level for $10. Hit me, Sprague.
Oh, is seriously, is courtside really 120 right now?
Yeah.
I might have to dip on a pod and go to a game and sit at that courtside, at least for the experience.
It's fun.
Even though it's
have you ever done it before?
I've snuck down in the fourth quarter of games and sat in an empty one for basically the whole fourth quarter. And it's such a great experience that I sat there and I'm like, I don't want to sit anywhere else ever again.
No, you get so much more. Everything.
It ruins it. It really ruins it for you.
It's about as rad as it gets as far as an NBA experience.
Danny, I know two people right now that are giving 200, like really good 200 level seats away. Like they're not even trying to sell them. There's no point in selling them for $15. Like nobody wants to go.
Unfortunately, there was a very, very serious situation on I-5 today.
Yeah.
That is going to limit traffic flowing to the game, even if you wanted to go. I believe at last check, both I-5 North and South were still shut down around Moda. So that's going to make things interesting, to say the least.
19 miles backed up.
Yikes, dog.
Imagine being a semi-driver today.
The holidays always suck around Moda anyways for traffic. But now
then you had robbery and homeless guy and
it's not good.
The reason it's taken so long for this person?
I think it was because it was an officer-involved shooting after a shooting. Oh yeah, no, there was a shooting at the carjacking and then a shooning further down. Both, I think they pit maneuvered him.
Welcome to Portland.
Yeah, it was not good. So, there's a lot. James Barker says $100 for section 101 row B right now.
Wow.
So for probably $20 to $25 more, you can get feet on the floor.
If you can see Paul George just coast right by you and get an easy bucket tonight for $25 more, that's amazing.
It's worth it.
It really would be. Like if you have nothing going on, I've been telling people this, go to the game. It's cheap.
125 for row A. There it is. Somebody else just put it in there. So that's what I figured would be about $20, $25 more. That's insane, man. That's I guess that's kind of like the ticker for where things are at right now.
Is this going to be the emptiest game we've had maybe in a decade?
Yeah. Outside of COVID, like first game back kind of deal. Yeah.
Oof.
You had a hot take. You want to hit it?
I don't have a hot take. I have two bones to pick with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What were those bones?
Well, first of all, you jumping on the radio station I'm on, and it's not during my show, so okay, I see how that is.
I hopped on with you. Was it Friday?
Yeah, I mean it took you 20 minutes to hop on, but
I was in a meeting.
Jason
Rude.
Sukanik hits you up. You're ready to go. The second bone I have to pick with you, before we dive into like it, love it, leave it, or as we call it tonight,
leave it.
God, just get the game over with.
It's just gonna be leave it. I'm not giving like it or love it. There's.
How dare you? Look, these are really tough times. We're all in this community of trust, hot takes. Mm-hmm. Dear God, where is this going? We don't know. And you're sitting up here on Twitter having the audacity to kick around the idea of trading our favorite player.
Listen,
Portland's very own.
I don't want to talk about it. It's just very likely.
I think you do.
I don't.
I think you do.
I don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it.
But if I said, explain yourself, you could.
I could. Yeah. And that is this. And I just got done with Locked On Sixers. Shout out Serena Winters, who's the host over there, literally before we did this. And we talked about Philly and like the Simmons to Portland for CJ and picks, or Ben in a package for Dame. And I think the only way Damian Lillard gets to Philadelphia is if he forces his way to Philadelphia. Like, just goes full toxic. Goes James Harden, goes Anthony Davis.
Aren't we already there for him?
No, because
you don't think CJ can. I don't think I don't think he's capable of being worse than he's been. And I don't mean on the floor.
No, I'm talking about Dame.
Oh, Dame.
Yeah, oh. No. CJ's checked out. We've already got there. No. I'm talking about Dame. I think the only way Damian Lillard gets to Philadelphia is if he forces his way there.
Yeah.
And I don't think he has that in him. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a good way. I think he's a loyal dude. He doesn't want to rock the boat. He doesn't want to piss people off. He doesn't want to be that guy. I just don't see Philadelphia as having the best possible package for the best player this franchise has ever had. Do you?
I don't really think there is one in the NBA.
So,
of teams that need a Damian Lillard, there isn't one.
I think the closest you get is New Orleans with Ingram and just a truckload of picks.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think Dame wants to touch that situation. That could be just as bad.
I mean Zion. I don't know. Did you see the picture of Zion yesterday?
In the tracksuit? Wow. I thought somebody was playing a joke.
I thought it was Booger McFarland.
Okay. I was going to say the exact same thing. I thought somebody was playing a joke and it was somebody's uncle walking up the stands or something, and I had to do a double take. I'm like, that's really Zion Williamson now. Somebody
texted me who was very, very plugged in and would very much know, and said he weighs close to 330 right now.
He's starting, for me, we know how good he is when he's healthy. I'll give you this. I'm starting to kind of wonder if he cares or if he's one of those he doesn't really like basketball guys.
So Ben Simmons.
Why would you say that?
Because they're both so supremely talented. But
I think Ben Simmons' situation's a little different. I understand it. It was a bad end to a playoff series and season. They ridiculed him publicly. They kind of threw him under the bus.
I think there's redemptive qualities there.
Yeah, when Ben plays,
he's impactful.
I think when Ben cares and Ben plays, he is impactful. I've seen Zion be good, but I don't feel like I see any urgency to want to play. They're two different situations, and one I can kind of understand. The other one, I'm like, I know you had surgery, but you don't lose weight and you keep needing surgery. So it's like, at what point do I think you care about being in great shape?
As a largeman who doesn't get paid millions of dollars to play basketball, who's about to go under a very invasive surgery here in like 3 weeks, I am not coming back that heavy. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
My body is not going to do that.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Right.
I hope somebody gets to him and gets the right people around him, because not only for his basketball career, but like his life.
Right.
Like he could find himself in a very bad situation very quickly.
Well, and too, it kind of reminds me a little bit. It's different, but like Odin. Odin went in depression when he couldn't stay healthy, and he talked about that.
I mean,
right?
If you want to point the finger at like the worst case scenario, hefty lefty, Jared Lorenzen, like that's the worst possible outcome.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I want to see him out there.
Yeah.
I guess my point is I don't think Dame would want to go to New Orleans. That's kind of
yeah. So let's steer back to the Clippers game. Like, this is going to be, we're not going to talk a ton about the Clippers because everybody is out. But for anybody who's just now getting here, I'm an idiot. I placed a bet on this game.
What'd you bet?
I bet the over because it was 211 when I bet.
Are they going to score 50 points?
Yeah, I don't know.
This could be bad, man.
Tell you right now, man, Norm is getting his shots tonight.
So is Greg Brown.
I wonder who they're going to play.
Ellaby, Brown, like they're going Smith. They're playing everybody. They don't have anybody.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, who's going to like really do things?
Give Greg Brown 25 minutes.
I would love to see it.
See what happens.
Sign me up. Screw it. I'm not doing the Clippers game. We're not previewing this.
They've lost. Hey, the Clippers have lost 7 out of 10 though.
They can't score either.
No, they really struggle.
So, let me do the business stuff here. Welcome
Yeah.
in. We appreciate you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the show. Subscribe to the podcast. Memberships are available. Brandon and I will be doing a dry run tonight with non-active people in there of the watch party to make sure everything works, and we will have the watch party open for the Warriors game when they will get absolutely floored.
That game's gonna be very bad.
It's gonna be a snuff film. It is gonna be so bad.
Steph might not play the second half. I mean, that's how bad it can
But
be.
that'll be a fun place to talk about. Like, it'll be kind of like a live show with a basketball game going on in the background.
Watch us get more excited and amped watching Greg Brown just do things.
I hope he just baptizes Draymond. That would be just give me that. You hit something. I don't want to say you hit something, but you said something earlier with CJ McCollum out right now. Has he played his last game for the Trailblazers?
I'm starting to pick up that maybe he has, although with him and the Blazers, you never really can count it out all the way.
Mm-hmm.
He got his ribs hurt. He's clearly dealing with some aches and some pain, so he doesn't want to play tonight. But we're 9 days away from being able to trade any and everybody in the NBA. And I'm starting to kind of wonder if it's headed there. They've been like, hey, we appreciate you, but we're going to trade you, so you're not going to play anymore. Maybe I'm wrong on that. It's just a bad read. But
I wondered that before you said it. I had that thought, I don't know, probably a couple hours ago, and I was like, nah, the organization would like, I don't think it's that bad. Like, I don't think it's that toxic, but
it's pretty close. I think it's pretty close.
Again, we talked about this in the postgame. I had two agents in the NBA text me during the game against the Celtics and said, CJ's checked out, huh? Like, and
the team hates
CJ. And neither of these agents represent players on the Blazers.
Yeah. Well, I think it's abundantly clear that the team as currently constructed hates the coach and the coach hates the team. So you say you don't know how toxic it is. I mean, I don't know if it's like the worst toxic environment we've seen, but I do think this is pretty bad. When that team is giving that effort,
yeah,
even without Dame, that effort, that's pitiful.
Do you think they saved the money apparently on Neal? Do you think the team is willing to eat the money on Chauncey and go a separate way, or will they ride that out?
Here's what I'll say about that. I can't remember who I hate doing this when I cite somebody's work and I blank. Somebody pointed out that it might have been an ESPN article from Brady Henderson, but he was writing about the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was an observation about Jody Allen. While we just basically know she doesn't know or care about sports the way Paul did,
mm-hmm.
she's realizing with both franchises that they are in very delicate, volatile situations, and that she's going to be forced, if she's not willing to sell, she's going to be forced to make some very uncomfortable moves. And I think the Seattle one that I was looking into was more about Pete Carroll and his future. Because Pete just signed an extension last summer,
mm-hmm.
which was the dumbest extension you could have given in the NFL. The dude is 70 years old. He can't manage a clock. Like, I still can't believe they won that game yesterday, but they're going to have to fire him, and they're going to have to do it while paying him to go away. So what you have to ask yourself is, if they're willing to do that for the Seahawks, even though it's a bigger moneymaker for them, would they do it in a situation here in Portland if it meant the turnaround for the organization would go substantially quicker because you bring in a better coach and you go make your necessary moves and you sell it to this fan base, and that'll be 2 years post-pandemic or a year removed from where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're not finding Section A or Row A seats for 125. I think you're getting people amped enough to get butts in the seats again.
So, one, there's a note in here from Brew Jones. Any chance CJ broke Norm's nose? I did inquire about that, Norm's nose being broken, and the exact phrasing I was given was, the story being told is he broke it in practice. Take that for what it's
okay,
worth.
So thank you. I forgot about this. I was going to ask you on the mailbag pod. I saw that pop up and I said, oh, Danny didn't mention that from the Boston game, and I didn't see a tweet. So I didn't know where the broken nose thing came from.
No. He was late to the game. Remember I texted you, I was like, Norm's not here yet.
Did we have a Ruben Patterson, Zach Randolph situation? without a gun.
I'm just gonna say, listen, I the vibes from this team right now.
Did CJ go Michael Jordan on your pal?
I don't know who would have done it.
Wow.
I have a reeling suspicion that if it was CJ would have been in a different position. Maybe that's where the ribs came from.
Yeah, like, I mean, you hit somebody and then you retaliate with like a little punch to the ribs and then you get broken up.
Let me just yeah. Like,
let's do it.
If we're drawing strings right now,
yes.
I don't think it's that hard to connect some things. That's all I'm saying.
We need to start, you know what we need to do is we need to start our version of basketball NBA QAnon. What would that be called? Like
Blazed on?
I don't know.
I don't know. Something very stupid. But as far as the coaching situation goes, Cooper says that the media would definitely know about it. No, you wouldn't.
No. How many people do you think know the Ruben Patterson, Zach Randolph story?
I bet you 98% of the chat is like, I'm sorry, what? Right now.
Right.
That is not. There is so much that goes on behind the scenes that never ever makes it out, and it's stuff that like it doesn't really like matter grand scheme of things. It's stuff that, you know, when you've been around and you've been in media, you trade in those things.
There's a lot of things that beat writers or different media members see when they're there, and they're things that they also tell other friends of theirs in the industry. Like, for example, I brought up Jamal Crawford not too long ago, and you cited that you used to really like Jamal Crawford, and I won't say why you don't. I'll just say that's another example of a story that I've heard too, of like what he was like as a Blazer for 1 year.
So,
and it wasn't great.
Cooper cites the Bobby Portis Mirotic situation. That's when it goes really far.
That's when it goes way too far. They're like, well, he broke his hand. We're going to suspend him now.
Yeah, it's like, oh, but he also broke Mirotic's soul. That's Rudy Tomjanovich, Kermit Washington type stuff. Those would be like the two really bad ones when you talk about it. But again, we're kind of joking right now because everything right now is so dumb.
Yeah, we're not reporting at all, by the way, that this happened. This is more of we're using tinfoil hats right now, okay?
It's like we're quite literally Charlie Daying this right now. Like, explain this. That's exactly. That's where we're at with this right now, because I'm not going to preview a game when, you know, all of your scoring is on the bench.
Excuse me, Greg Brown is all of your scoring tonight, baby.
How many shots does Nurk get up tonight?
I'll say he gets less than 15.
I think he forces the action, but then again, maybe
Chauncey will sit his ass.
Well, not just that. The guards are like, "Nah, man, I'm not giving you shit."
I'm gonna give you another thought too, as you brought it up. I'm interested to see what they are tonight. Like, I know they're probably gonna get waxed, but
there's ways of getting waxed.
Sure,
getting waxed because you don't have the talent. You expect it tonight, right?
Yeah, I think you have to.
But like losing to Boston
in
the way that they lost to Boston.
It wasn't just that you lost to Boston, it's the way you lost to Boston.
You got run off the floor, embarrassed, harassed, clowned. Just, I mean, all you needed was the kid with the gimbal and the camera running the baseline, and then a bunch of kids to flood the court afterwards going, oh, after every Peyton Pritchard three. It was It was a B-ball is life, you know, IG video just waiting to happen. And it was just the dumbest thing possible.
So there's a lot of feelings and thoughts going around on this team, more so than I think the day-to-day stuff. I got to be honest with you, man. I think if they made a move at coach this offseason, I don't know if I'd care.
Well, and that's the thing I was going to come back to as far as the coaching thing. If they did eat it, first of all, D'Antoni would be the guy for my money as far as like, let's just have fun.
Well, I think you bring Ben Simmons in with Dame. That's how you have fun.
That's what I'm saying. Just go buck wild. And here's the thing: I'm not throwing Chauncey under the bus because I don't think we know what Chauncey is. I think that no matter who you brought in here, particularly as a first-time head coach, it was not going to go well. You needed somebody who knew what they were doing from day one, and you needed to support them with more than one assistant with NBA experience. Well, that's not true because that's unfair to Roy Rogers because I've liked what Roy Rogers has said and done and the things I've heard. So, but I mean, again, we talked about this. We had Sam on. The difference between the Warriors assistants benches and the Blazers is night and day. It's not even close. The guys that they brought in and surrounded Steve Kerr with that got him to willingly try some things and change some things up. And that's not to say that Chauncey's done everything right or done everything wrong. It's just that it's 24 games, man. You just have no clue. You don't have the time to run this out and figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine Becky Hammond is somewhere thanking her lucky stars that she actually didn't get this job, right? You want your first gig in the NBA? That's awesome. It'd be historic.
She'd be cooked right now. Are you kidding me?
This one would not be great.
Oh, good God.
And by the way, that's not me saying, well, she's a girl. No, it'd be the same as what we feel about Chauncey. Like, it'd just be bad right
It would just be the press would be the first female NBA head coach, goes into shit show. Like, that's what the headline would be. And things would unnecessarily and unfairly be thrown on her lap. And it's just, it would have been a disaster. So on that part, that was good. Haas says if they can't come out and just put in effort, names should be taken. Those guys should be found a new home. Effort is just something you shouldn't have to coach. And we've got 2 nights in a row of Chauncey, first in the San Antonio post game with "It's not me, it's you," and then last game it was "I can't coach Hart. That's not in you." And I don't disagree with either of those statements. Do you?
No,
I don't. So it's gonna be interesting to see how things play out. I think in a game like this. When you're so shorthanded, if one of the 3 starters or 2 of the 3 starters in Norm, Cove, or Nurk see shortened minutes in a game that ends up being relatively close, but it ends up leaning more towards the bench, I think that's a pretty telling sign.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I already think there's a lot of telling signs, but yes, to what you said.
If CJ has played his last game in Portland, and I don't think that's necessarily the case yet.
No, it's just something I was thinking about with the thing.
I 100% agree, and I think like if it did turn out that way, that things are that bad, it wouldn't surprise me. But looking at everything right now and kind of what we know and where things are right now, how soon do you think Portland makes a move?
So Simmons, I'm under the impression that they don't have to wait for the 15th on Simmons, right?
He's tradable. His contract's in place.
I mean, if you could get that done by the end of the week, it'd be great.
So Joe Cronin back.
I wish I was joking. I'm not joking.
Yeah, no.
This is bad, bro.
If this is CJ and 3 first-round picks will get it done.
Yeah.
Daryl, CJ and 3 firsts.
Be done with it, Daryl.
We're not going to haggle back and forth. This is the deal.
It's a good deal. You get a scorer who's going to feel rejuvenated going to a different city, who's going to want him and cheer for him and go nuts for him.
Daryl wants to sit there, of course, and look at and go, well, Dame's going to force his way out. I don't think Dame's going to force his way out. I don't think so either.
Never say never. I think Mario Cristobal taught us a valuable lesson. Never say never to a guy thinking it's a great situation.
Again, if the dream situation, like if this was Golden State and not Philadelphia, I could be like, he's going home. Okay, but Philly, and let's be honest here. Going to Philly, pairing with Joel Embiid would make sense.
Oh, it'd make a lot of sense. I would. Yeah.
Dame, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, very good team.
It's a good little threesome.
It's also going to be a bit of a wonky fit for some other guys, and it's going to gut a significant portion of that 76ers roster coming back to Portland.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be a better team than Portland. I have no doubt about that. But everything that he has built here, he will be the number 2 to Joel. That is Joel Embiid's team. That is not Damian Lillard's team.
Ooh, how do you classify the number 1 and number 2? Are you one of those basketball guys that says the number 1 is the guy who takes the shot? Or
I think volume? You just, not even volume, you just know.
Okay.
Like, I love Dame.
I think it would become a 1A, 1B. I think it would be.
That might be problematic with Joel.
But see, I think Joel is in a spot where he's ready for it. Yeah, I think Joel's really mature to me. And I think he's so done with the Ben Simmons deal.
You said mature, and then you said Ben Simmons thing. I was like, are you sure?
You're right. Not too long ago, this guy was like openly saying things. But I think with Damian Lillard, it would be different because Joel would figure out not a lot of players in this league get a Damian Lillard traded to their team. This is like your kind of one of your last chances, I think, in Philadelphia with this kind of run where they'd say, get it together and figure it out. Like we knew that was LeBron's team on the court in Miami, but it was a thing because it was D Wade's franchise.
Yeah, then that's the thing is like, I don't know if Dame would have that cachet in Philly. Because Joel was literally a process guy.
What happens if Dame's having 40 points against the Celtics, ices the game with 2 free throws, and they're chanting MVP at the free throw line?
Dame time, Dame time, Dame time.
You know, if they're chanting Dame time or MVP, I don't think Joel would be jealous of that. Now, what are we doing right now? You just got me into talking about Damian Lillard being traded. Why the hell am I doing this?
Told you.
I hate you.
Told you. It's a discussion. But here's the thing.
But I don't want to do it.
I don't. Well, I was just say, I don't think Dame is going anywhere yet. But people who I know who cover the league and work in the league are wondering, not out loud, but quietly, did Damian Lillard win the power struggle, and who cares going forward? Because in the past, with Paul Allen alive and well, I think if Damian Lillard went to Paul Allen and was like, Paul, I need you to send me somewhere, I think Paul would have been, okay. Jody, on the other hand, nah, I'm selling the team in a couple of years. I don't give a shit.
Well, that's even if he got to talk to her.
Again, he has said he has talked to her a couple times, so I'll go with that. But also, like, Joe's been around the organization for a very long time.
Yes.
But isn't it Joe's job to do the best possible thing for him and the organization and not Damian Lillard? Like, can his first move as a GM be as a favor to Damian Lillard?
Well, I mean, I just don't think we're there yet.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as like who and what would make those decisions, I think with Neil gone and Paul Allen gone and honestly Chris McGowan on the business side gone, that leaves a major leadership vacuum of especially people who have been around for a long time and built those relationships with Damian Lillard. Yeah,
I mean, at this point, it's what? It's Joe, it's Bird, it's Jody, right? Is there anybody else I'm missing?
I mean, Dwayne, who's stepping in for Chris.
Yeah.
But Dwayne
right.
served under Chris. But again, you're putting guys into brand new leadership positions who didn't have the cachet before. Like, well, those are big faces.
Huge. Like, yes, you're right.
So I don't know who would ultimately make that call now. Where in the past, I think Dame could be the one to do that. I don't know if he could anymore.
Well, the other part of this too is like if you're someone like me that thinks they're going to trade CJ soon and not wait for an extended period of time, because I think it's more detrimental if you do that.
I think it's tantamount that they make it happen like before the end of the calendar year. Like they have got 2-3 weeks to figure it out. I'm
with you there, but like it's not going to be Joe's job going forward. So how much of that?
I'm going to push back on that. I have heard he's a legitimate candidate now.
But I thought, didn't Quick just, maybe I'm wrong here, but I thought I read that Quick said he didn't want the job. He's not interested in it. He likes doing what he's done.
I have heard that in the past, that he likes to work in the background. He is not. But over the last 48 hours, I have heard that is different. I don't know who to believe in that regard.
If that is the case, first of all, good for you. Like, that's a job you should want.
Yeah.
And second, great. If you think you have a legit shot by making the right moves and making this team more watchable, go make those moves and don't hesitate.
Yeah. Yep. So, you know what? Let me take a look and see if Vegas is updated just to see where things are sitting. Because like I said, they pulled that line the second I hit it. It has been updated.
It's back up. It's Portland -4.5 or +4.5, and the over-under is 214.
So the scoring line didn't change.
Nope.
And actually,
that's not a very high number if you have two teams.
No,
Portland's so bad on defense that like I could see the Clippers getting to 130.
But they're so bad on offense that
Didn't we literally say this about Boston? Like,
well, yeah, no, and I took I didn't tell you. I put a large number on that.
on the over?
Oh, it paid out before I think 5 minutes, 2 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm done kind of playing the game of they're not good offensively. If you play Portland, you're going to be good offensively.
Yeah, I think so
just
too.
Assume. Unless you're the Pistons.
I've seen this from a few people now. Do you think Chauncey could be moved out of the coaching role and into the GM role? No.
Oh dear God! Please
I do
don't
not
do
believe,
that.
I do
don't
not believe
do
that
that
will happen.
Do not do that, please.
So,
don't do that.
I've seen some pushback on the Chauncey should be fired or will be fired. I don't think they will.
Oh, I don't think they will either. I know we talked about it, but I don't think they're going to fire him.
No, that's a question I've been asked a lot. And then on the Ben Simmons front, we'll kind of get out of here before we go subject ourselves to this game. Because it's going to be bad basketball. It could turn out to be like a really fun game. Remember the Philadelphia game against or with everybody out last year? Ellaby had 15.
That actually was a pretty bad basketball game, but it was fun because Ellaby randomly scored 15.
Yeah, it was dumb. Like
Portland won.
Give me dumb fun tonight. Like Greg Brown going for like 18 would be the raddest thing possible.
With like 4 putback dunks.
Listen, even if they lose by 30, just like Greg Brown doing things or Norman Powell going for like a 40, give me something just dumb tonight, right?
Yeah.
Like let Ben McLemore go for 35. Like just have him like hit 10 threes. Just
right.
Get weird. Get weird tonight and ride that. Evan James says Luke Kennard is about to have a career night. He did that last time. It's somebody else's turn. Is Morris playing for the Clippers tonight?
He was the leading scorer their last game.
Yeah, I was say he'll be the guy. They have no.
Who's the least expected on the Clippers? And I just picked them. I'm gonna go with Zubac.
Yeah, he's whooped Nurk's ass before.
He's gonna randomly have like I'm gonna say 23 and 11.
I was gonna say 22. I was gonna say 22 and 12.
And I'm going to sit here and we're being the post game like, so Nurkic against Zubac, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to preview any matchups or anything like that. What I will preview is that we do have the live watch party going on Wednesday for the Warriors game from the second quarter into halftime into the end of the third quarter. So we'll have your pregame show, second quarter, halftime, third quarter. Dip away for a little bit, get ready for the postgame show, come back and do postgame. You'll have jacked Ramsays coverage basically from beginning to end. So
I got to be honest on that too. I will be getting up to get a beverage at some point at halftime.
Oh yeah,
I'll be coming right back.
No, that's allowed. Go take care of your kids and do those things. I'm a masochist, so.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's not even about my kids. I'm going to tell my kids to go to the room. I'm going to get up, grab a beer, and then sit back down with you. That's all.
No, that's fine. Like, we don't have to like sit there like Lamar and Kevin. Like, we can get up for a second, go grab some mott sticks or something.
Oh, yeah, mott sticks, really?
I'm not really a motts guy. I was just trying to say in general.
I know.
You know what I had? You know what I had for a snack the other day? It was incredible.
Mott sticks are overrated.
They are. I had a better version of it. I had samosas with tikka masala inside.
That's a very interesting combination.
Right? They had it at the store. They were like pre-made things that you throw in the oven. And I was like,
were they good?
They were delicious.
Okay.
I was like, that's the way to go.
What's your go-to appetizer if you're eating an appetizer?
Potato skins.
Oh, potato skins aren't bad. Loaded potato skins?
Yeah, loaded potato skins, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I like an onion ring.
Onion rings are pretty good.
Potato skins are versatile. Like, you can use them so many different ways. You can dip them. You can throw a little meat on them.
I know it kind of counts as a dinner, but I'm not, I'm kind of in on the appetizer chicken wings.
Oh, I was just to say wings or quesadilla, like the versions of those, like nachos. Nachos is like,
yeah.
I think nachos is probably the ultimate. Like
nachos is the ultimate, but you either better be really high with your friends or you better be really hungry. Because sometimes with quesadillas and nachos, I can do it too much and be like, well, I've ruined it. I've ruined my appetite.
No, that's called serving your appetite, sir. Because when we get done here, I'm going to go in there and I am going to take this al pastor that I made and I'm going to make a righteous set of al pastor tacos.
Well, but that's dinner. We're talking about appetizers here. I'm talking about the pre-meal meal.
It's going to start off as an appetizer and turn into a meal. It's going to turn into like, I'm just going to have 2 tacos and it's going to turn into 8.
My point. Oh, you know what I'm a big fan of too? Actually, I'll scratch that. I love chicken wings. I like nachos. Don't really do the quesadilla much as an app.
Okay.
I'm a big fried pickles guy.
Oh, listen, we're simpatico. I'm
But not the spears.
No.
I got the slices.
The coins.
Yeah, the little coins.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Somebody else in here, Ryan said the correct answer is poppers, you heathens. I'm jalapeno poppers. I'm pro poppers.
Poppers aren't bad. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Poppers are good.
Or the JoJo's from Chevron on the way to the beach.
JoJo's are always a good call. They were invented here. Mott sticks, I hate when people are like, yeah, Mott sticks. I'm like, nobody really orders Mott sticks. And if they do, nobody looks excited when they eat. It's like, oh, I just ate fried cheese dipped in red sauce.
I mean, you're preaching to my wife's whole being.
She's a big Mott's fan?
Cheese and pasta. Yeah, that's like the...
Oh, I mean, I love cheese and pasta. We're talking about appetizers.
No, you don't. Not like her.
What do you mean?
That's a food.
Does she eat pasta differently than I do?
Yeah, like religiously.
I just had Olive Garden for lunch 2 days ago.
I mean, it's an experience for her, okay?
It feels like you guys are into some food kinks or something, and you're not saying it.
Hey, listen, man. I told you, you come out to dinner with us.
Dude, I know
you just got to sign the waiver.
You wear the waiter suit, but you're butt naked, and you come up and you start grinding the cheese on her belly, and you're like, "You tell me when to stop." She never does. And the viewers just go,
just fall off a cliff right now.
Is anybody else wondering where you were going with that? You're making it sound so sexual the way she likes pasta. I'm like, I love pesto. I love fettuccine. Like, where are you going with this? Like, I love pasta.
Joey says, you animals, you're making me hungry and I'm at work. Listen, hey guys, I am efforting everything I can to not talk about this game. I am not wanting to talk about this team and just the crappy situation.
I have a call for you.
Okay.
No matter what the final ends up being.
Okay.
I have a prediction that Chauncey will cite the effort and the pride the guys that played with as a shot to the guys who are playing, but he won't play very long because he hates them, or the guys that are sitting out, specifically one player.
Just tripling down?
Basically, yeah. I think if it's like a final of 135 Clippers, 110 Portland.
No, Clippers can't score that many points. It's got to be like 18.
Okay, 126 Clippers, 110 Portland. You're going to hear something about they play with some pride. I like the
way they didn't knock
down
down some shots. They were outmatched, but they played with some heart.
Yes.
Listen, then I will talk about this team a little bit more in the post game. If we get some shots fired,
get ready.
Okay.
I think it's coming.
Okay. Everybody's saying hit the like button. It's getting good now. Yeah, we're talking about food porn.
Of all the foods you could have involved with sex, though, pasta's probably up there.
Yeah, because you can do hot or cold.
Right.
You
could do short noodles. You could do long noodles.
Was it one of those scary movies that he's cooking the melting the hot cheese on his chest?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Always got to be careful with the cheese.
A bunch of different avenues with pasta. Yeah, it's a versatile dish.
It is. It's very versatile. Just like us here on the Jack Ramsays pregame and postgame show and podcast. On that note, you can find us on social media at Danny Marang, at Brandon Sprague, at Jack Ramsays. And again, we will be doing the live show, a watch party, whatever you want to call it. If you are not already a member, click on the join. You can become a member. I said it to $2.99. I think that was the lowest I could do for the spot that we're at. And then you can be a part, because I will post the link on the members only page on YouTube, and that will be how you can access. I will also set up a members only link and start dropping people in there on the Discord over the next couple weeks. As the Discord grows up, if you guys want on the public post on YouTube, the Discord link is there as well. So help us grow that. And again, if you're looking for anybody, or I am looking for somebody who can help us grow the Discord and build that community up well, it's kind of help manage the day-to-day stuff of it. So if you're interested in that, email me, jackramsays@gmail.com.
Heiken, I just want to pass along. CJ is officially out.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's official.
Cool. So everyone's out. Come back for the post-game show. We'll preview
the other food porn that we're into. Ice cream.
There you go. I'm down with that. Danny, remember the Clippers are playing Portland tonight. They can score a lot more than one would think. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're really shorting the Clippers.
I know, but they're a really bad offense. But so
Danny, when this team was healthy, what was that final of the first game when they got waxed by 30?
I know. John says, did we get members-only jackets? I will try to see if I can get a members only jacket emoji as close as I will go.
Green jacket, blue jacket, who gives a shit?
Members only tinfoil hats. Now that I can
buy
do.
them in two different styles: old man, or as Danny rocks it, the fitted.
Those are the snapback.
The snapback.
I do need to get a fitted tinfoil hat. But we'll get out of here on that. We'll have you covered for the post-game show. Thank you, everybody who has become a member. Who, even if you haven't become a member, if you don't, it's fine. Trust me. I know not everybody wants to give money to people for content. That's okay. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you helping us grow this. This has gone crazier than I ever expected it to in the first 3 months. So thank you all so very much. Like us, rate us, review us, subscribe, follow the show. Share us with your friends, share us with your family. Help us kind of just get through this segment together, because as dark as things are right now, they can get better. They can get worse. I don't want to disagree here to lead down the wrong path, but definitely they can get better. If all of a sudden CJ's moved for somebody of a real difference maker, or they shake things up enough, this could become a fun team again. So hang in. We'll get there, and we'll have you covered every step of the way. We'll have you covered the post game tonight. Until then, take care. Talk soon. Have a good night, and go Blazers. Bye.